Good morning. Welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto and NFTs every day. I'm your host with the most, Wendy O. And yes, I am immensely dusty. Shout out to my big brother, Hotep Jesus, for reminding me how dusty I am anytime I come into contact with him. Yes, my hair's a little bit dirty, got some dandruff going on, but we keep it real here. But I'm not going to wash it until after I get home from the gym because I have an appointment with my trainer to go pump some iron. So I'm going to do that. Today, as some of you know, I have a personal trainer now that's helping me learn like my way around the gym so that I could, as I do deadlifts and I do heavy weights, and we're focusing on my my back fat because that's what happens when you're a mom and you're short, and also too we're focusing on my booty and my legs because you need strong legs to be a woman so you can push babies out and stuff. So I have that today, and it's been yesterday was hectic. I'm actually, before we get into the news, well, first let me tell y'all what the news is, okay? And I promise. The news is the truth about the Amazon XRP partnership. And then we're also going to talk about the first Bitcoin spot ETF that launched. The reason why we are going to do that is because it's absolutely funny and ridiculous considering what's happening in the US. Also, we have to say hi to Jose, to Brian, to Little D. And I think he's calling me stinky because there's a skunk there. And I am very stinky today. No, I'm not. I never stink. I don't even have sweaty or stinky feet either. Afeni, Web, and then Pew Pew Poom. If you guys are watching, you should be smashing the like. You should smack the like. You should kiss the like. You should eat the like. Because it helps support me and the channel. Also, too, we have a poll at the top. Did you instantly believe the Ripple Amazon news? 28% said yes, 47% said no, and 25% said black olive pizza. Good morning to MD. So we'll talk about that in a minute, but I have to tell you all about my day yesterday, okay? So this weekend, just chilling around the house, and my freezer stops working. I didn't know because I really wasn't in the freezer this weekend. So my baby, when she came home from her papa's house, was like, Mama, can I have a popsicle? And I was like, yeah, we can have a popsicle because it's summer. We do fun stuff. And they're organic popsicles. They're from Costco. But we do fun stuff. I try to be a cool mom. If my daughter has good behavior, I like to reward the good behavior, but I don't just give her stuff. I explain to her, if she says, Mommy, can I have a candy, or Mommy, can I have a popsicle, or can I have a chip, or can I have a hot dog, or can I have, peanut butter burgers, whatever she wants. I say to her, yes, I'm going to give this to you because you did this. And because your actions showed me that you deserve it and that you've put effort towards it. So I went to go get her a popsicle and the thing was melted. She's like, Mama, this is melted. I was like, freaking out. So I'm here all by myself. I don't know what the heck is happening. I'm trying to research how to fix this fridge. I don't even know what's happening. It was a mess. It was a ghetto mess. Shout out to the flowers. Roses smell so good. Roses smell so good. So it was a ghetto mess in my house. I'm like freaking out. I'm nervous. I'm scared. My baby's crying. She's like, Mom, this has never happened to me before. I don't know what to do with the fridge. Poor baby is crying over the fridge. And I'm like, it's okay. We'll go get a new one. But it was so sad because she didn't know what to do and she was nervous. And then all these other emotions from other things kept happening. So I had to calm her down. And I was just calm the entire time. So I gave her candy instead. We did candy. So what happened was the next day, I'm like, I got to fix this. So I had a really good friend. He helped me figure out the circuit breaker. He was like texting me stuff. He's like, hey, do this. So I was able to go do that. Y'all saw a video I posted on Twitter. I saw a squirrel. I was like, squirrel. But anyways, so what happened was the breakers were not marked properly. So I had to turn like 8 of them off. I turned them back on. I set the freezer to -6 degrees and it wasn't cooling. But then 24 hours later, it started working again. But fast forward, the ice machine isn't working really great. It's super expensive. Like it's making a noise. It was going to cost me $1,000 to have somebody come fix it. So I had a meltdown right after we were done working yesterday. Me and Lo, she wanted to go to Target to go buy Barbies. I was like, Mommy's got to take care of this. This is more important. But if we have time after, we'll do Target. So what happened was we went to Costco. I ended up buying a stand-up freezer for the garage. It was only like $300, but like $500 with shipping and everything. So I got it yesterday. And I'm so gross. And they came, they delivered it. I had to rearrange the garage. I had to move all this heavy stuff around. It's absolutely crazy. Please pray and support Donate to Hawaii. Micah, 100%. I've talked about it on my Twitter. I 100% talked about it on my Twitter, and we posted a link to a couple people that have been suffering over there. So that is something I do on the channel. If you guys can send me legitimate GoFundMe pages or legitimate places where people can donate, where people are not going to be taking a big chunk out, I'm happy to showcase it on my channel. I will always, always, always help people out. So anyways, then I went back home and I ordered a fridge, but then my fridge is working, so I had to cancel it. So it was just a mess yesterday. But again, when you have kids in the house, you can't mess around with this stuff. Like, you have to make sure you have access to food and water and all those types of things. So that's my day yesterday. It was super hectic. Also, too, I did officially get let go of CoinDesk. They did let go of 45% of their staff. And the reason why they let me go is because our show, The Hash, is getting canceled. And it's not because it had poor ratings and not because it was a bad show. It's simply because they're in Chapter 11 bankruptcy because of Digital Currency Group and Genesis and all that stuff. So in order to sell the company, they had to they cut off 45% of their staff. So, it was a great experience. I'm super blessed. Was super happy to do that. And it's okay. That's life. Life happens. So it sucks. So I'm missing out on an income, but in this bear market, so we're not really doing, there's not a whole lot of opportunities, but there is. So, things will be a little bit tight around here, but at the end of the day, it's all going to work out. Me and Lo will be okay. We're very lucky and we're very blessed because Mama's a saver. So that happened. So yesterday was a bit stressful, but we got through it. Oh, and then we had my nephew come over. Best ever. I can't post pictures. I wish I could post the pictures because this kid is so cute. But anyways, I'm going to get back into the news. I know y'all don't want to hear this. Well, some of you do. Some of you care. We have 137 concurrent viewers, only 51 likes, Get it up to at least 100. At least 100. Okay, let's get into the news. So right now we're going to take a look at the current crypto market cap. This is Crypto Bubbles. This is a free service. I absolutely love them. They said if they had a bit of a budget, they would be sponsoring the channel, but that happens too. So everything is kind of flat. And when we take a look at what's happening, Bitcoin, you guys, this is the pattern that we're showing. Okay, this is the pattern we're showing. And if you're watching this video, I have a Femex ref link down in the chat. You should sign up with it. Femex does a really great job. I trade there often, but please understand the risks of using any type of crypto asset exchange. Why? Because I said so. You need to be careful. Shout out to Six Figs. What's up, Wendy? Hit the like button. Six Figs is awesome. That reminds me, we need to get back in touch with your friends because they didn't respond. Again. Good morning, Raider. Oh, that's annoying. Now I have to remember that. Gosh, golly. All right, I'll reach out to them again today. Anyways, so taking a look at Bitcoin, there's nothing really exciting going on. We're in a downtrend. And again, I think we're going to kiss the $28,000 area. But we would need to break above 30,000 to be bullish. And again, we have quite some time before the happening. Bitcoin is down. The dollar is up. Some people like to trade this because it has an inverse relationship. Being independent and relying on yourself is an important kudos. It is. It totally is. Nobody wants to be a single parent. And I don't believe in divorce. I don't believe in any of that stuff. But if, there's one reason why I believe that somebody should leave. And if you guys know me, you know. And that's a serious thing too. So being all that type of stuff sucks. But, you still gotta take care of yourself and whatever. Self-care is important. Boundaries is important. But anyways, let's get back into it. All right, so this is the dollar. We're pumping. We're hitting a little bit of resistance here. If we do get a reversal, it's kind of not looking like we're going to get a reversal on Market Cipher, but it could happen. Also, too, taking a look at XRP, this is a very interesting place to be a buyer. It does look like that we have found a local bottom at about 61 cents. So we might do this and go, pew! That's kind of what it's looking like. Also, too, I think it's really ghetto when people lie to their family and friends about different situations that happen. Why? Because it's rude. Because you're not people do that though. But whatever. I know what the truth is. Other people know what the truth is. People that have been my friend for a long time know what the truth is. But anyways, let's get into this. All right. So this is from Crypto Mason. I adore Crypto Mason and Meg. They're some of my favorite people. They're just good people, just very nice. They're the most adorable couple, most adorable couple ever, just good people. So anyways, the Amazon Ripple partnership, old news hype. Multiple news outlets are reporting that Amazon just partnered with Ripple. In this 2-minute clip, Mason gives a really cool explanation about the Ripple Amazon partnership rumor. The partnership was first announced in 2020 and is related to Amazon Web Services. Anybody who is telling you they partnered with Google or Amazon and they're using their web services is full of it. It is not a partnership. You're simply buying to use a service. You're buying to use a service. So it was full of it. And that's why we said on this channel, be really cautious. Be very, very cautious. Why do you want to be cautious? Because it's probably BS. This is why you do your due diligence and fact check. And that's why we tell you, I says, is this true? I don't really know if it's true or not. We're just kind of seeing this. And it turns out it wasn't true. How does Wendy know? Because I've been doing this a long damn time. That's why. All right. Anyways, again, here in my notes, anyone with a business can sign up for AWS. I can sign up for AWS. You can sign up for AWS. And then you could say, I have a partnership with Amazon. Once business has onboarded, we'll get a profile displayed on the AWS website. So this is what it will look like. Anybody could get AWS. Anybody could get AWS. So this is what it looks like here. Yeah, create an AWS account, members, all this type of stuff. So it's a bunch of BS, but we knew that because you guys are smart. All right, now let's talk about Binance. Binance asks for protective order over claims SEC is conducting phishing expedition. Good, because the SEC is a bunch of unscrupulous POSs that literally don't do their job. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, the Bitcoin ETF, in my personal opinion, will probably not get approved to 2024. Why? Because the current administration hates you. This is just a rumor. This is a rumor. This is just my thought. But the current administration 100% hates you. I don't know why. This was actually the last story we're going to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it now because it pisses me off, okay? Why did we send... Hold up. I'm going to pull it up for you. Why did we send over $150 billion of taxpayer money, of your money, of my money, anybody who pays taxes, to this place, while the U.S. government is sending a one-time $700 payment per household to Americans whose homes were destroyed. Whose homes were destroyed? Their livelihoods, their family homes, probably land that a lot of these Native people have had for gosh knows how long. Okay? $700. And I get people who are like, oh, well, this and that from it's about protecting. Guess what? Kind of our problem, but not really. When you have people suffering and struggling here and you can't take care of them, and $700, these people are not only going to have to pay taxes on it, but it is a bribe to shut you up. What are you going to buy with $700, especially in Hawaii? What are you going to buy? That pisses me off. The current administration hates you. They don't want you to improve your quality of life. They don't care about you and your families, and they want you to stay poor. I don't like a Bitcoin ETF. Don't like it in any way, shape, or form. But guess what? A Bitcoin ETF will give more exposure to the average American in the United States of America because they don't have to custody their crypto assets. They don't have to use a crypto exchange. They simply go ahead, they give some money to somebody, they invest in it, okay? They invest in it. So and this other company is going to custody it. However, if that company goes under Chapter 11, you could lose all your crypto assets. So your money's not safe anywhere. But at the same time, I feel like it directly goes against the Bitcoin ethos because Bitcoin ethos is to custody your own money. That's what Bitcoin is. It's digital cash. So the fact that the Bitcoin ETF is probably not going to get approved till a new administration comes in, or could, I don't know. It is for boomers. But again, I'm just happy that people, why do I feel like I'm afraid of you, but at the same time want you? Because I'm a Leo. I'm a Leo. Thank you. I appreciate that. A comment, I guess. But anyways, moral of the story here is, and it's not red against blue. They're both dumb. There's one red public servant that is like in support of a CBDC and he's dumb. But again, this current administration, the blues, they don't want you to have a good quality of life. And the fact that they're sending a one-time $700 payment to every household there, that's embarrassing. Give a bill. I would like a couple $2 billion to rebuild the homes for the people. Because best believe homeowners insurances, all this type of stuff, most of this stuff doesn't cover against fires. This is absolutely tragic. It is hurtful. It is sad. And BlackRock is praying against these people as well, because they think y'all are stupid, and it makes me mad. So if any of you have a legitimate link to donate to the residents that were impacted by those, that 100% of the profits will go to that community, please send it to me. Send it to Crypto. She wants a couple billion to build her home. I don't. Oh, but thank you. I appreciate it. If I had $1 billion, I would donate it all to Hawaii. But if you can actually send me a link that we can verify 100% of the proceeds go to people that were impacted, I'm more than happy to show it on my channel and to raise funds and do all that stuff. Like, more than happy to. I want everybody to have a good quality of life, and I feel like that was not necessarily a natural disaster. That's just my opinion, though. That's just my opinion. Anyways, we have 221 concurrent viewers, only 104 likes. Smash the like, lick the like button, do this. I do have white toenails. I do have white toenails. I didn't know what it meant. Shout out to Big Hands, Dan. I haven't seen you for a while. But I do have white toenails. Wendy's house burnt down. Everyone donate to her, please. No, God forbid, my house is not burnt down. We want to go ahead and help those impacted by the Hawaii fires. Okay. Keep voting blue. Yeah, I don't vote for them because they're crazy. But anyways, I am sending love and light to Hawaii. Anybody that was impacted by it. We should need at least 200 likes, so smash the likes out. I didn't know. My friend texted me and was like, this is what white toenails mean. I didn't know. So I have white toenails. I'm going to change them to purple because y'all are gross. But it is true. It is true. Anyways, I digress. All right. So we talked about this story here. Let's go back over here. Okay. Binance asks for protective order over claims SEC is conducting phishing expedition. And guess what, you guys? We have seen nothing but hit pieces from Binance about Binance. And I'm sick of it. I don't think CZ is perfect, but I don't think he's the devil. All right. So let's go ahead and read this. Okay. Binance asked a court for protective order against the SEC. A protective order definition, similar to a restraining order, helps prevent a person causing harm or annoyance to another person. Breaching the order is a criminal offense. I love it. Seems crypto has not found a solid use case yet. No, that's just because you're small-brained. Crypto has, in fact, found a valid use case. The valid use case is digital cash. Bitcoin has a $21 million supply. Or excuse me, 21 million supply. 21 million. Can't print more Bitcoin. You can print fiat currency. So if you're not understanding how quantitative easing works and how inflation works and public servants taking advantage of you, I don't know what to tell you. Is Bitcoin the answer to that? We're going to talk about that a little bit when we talk about Argentina, so make sure to smash a like. I don't know if it is, but guess what? We have an option. We have a way. Also, you guys like my earring? It's cute. It's not real. It's gold plated. It's not real. Anyways, it's too slow at doing a simple transaction. Guess what? I would rather have something slow doing a simple transaction and use a layer 2 network than use that dirty fiat currency that is 100% manipulated. That is 100% oppressive. That is 100% keeping you down. That's what I would rather do. I don't care if it's slow. Once you send that transaction, it is there forever on the blockchain, and it is immutable. It's not going anywhere. With fiat, charge back. Yeah, exactly. What's my opinion on the Richard Hart versus SEC case? I need more information. But anyways, I'm glad that Binance is stepping up. Anyways, Binance accused the SEC of undertaking a phishing expedition with its discovery request. Binance argued while it's worked in good faith with the recent court order, the SEC has served overly broad and unreasonable discovery requests that seek every document in Binance's possession related to customer assets. In the recent order allowed for the discovery of Binance custody and security and available of customer assets. Binance says the requests weren't appropriate as its asset custody practices weren't of concern of the SEC's lawsuit. I agree with them. If you are suing somebody for X, but then ask additional information that is not directly related to X, that's where it gets problematic. And I don't like that. And I support Binance in that because the SEC has absolutely overstepped their bounds. And again, you guys, I don't think that we can operate like being lawless. I don't mind operating in a lawless world. I've never gotten great protection from the police or from the public servants. I've never gotten great access to healthcare, all that type of stuff. So I can operate in my own world. I'm okay. Okay. I'm all right. But I understand people can't. There's some people that don't have critical thinking. They didn't come from the mud. They didn't come from the streets. They don't know how to think for themselves. And so they need somebody to essentially protect them. I get it. That's fine. But at the same time, when you are asking for protection from a public entity, a public servant, you are risking your liberty and they're taking freedoms away from you. So it's something that you do have to outweigh. With the SEC, all I think that they really should do is implement for crypto exchanges to have one-of-one reserves, show those. Also, kind of, I did come from the mud. You should pay attention to my origin story, please. Y'all don't even know. Please. You have no idea how I grew up. But anyways, though, that's why I've stayed so long. That's why there's not a lot of female content creators. One of the reasons why there's not a lot of female content creators is because the amount of crap we get is unbearable. I could deal with it, though, because I've been abused my entire life. You're from the mud, too? Good for you. I'm glad you come from the street. But anyways, though, I could deal with it. But back to what I was saying over here. If y'all want the SEC to step in and give you some guidelines, that's fine. I don't need it. I don't need it. The reason why I don't need it is because I can make my own decisions. When I lose money on this exchange, I'm okay. If I get liquidated, I'm okay. What crypto should you buy? I don't know. Buy it. Do your own due diligence. That's what this channel is about. So anyways, I could understand the light regulation that we need, but at the same time, these people in power, they abuse it. They said the SEC hasn't given evidence that customer assets have been misused. There. So we'll see if this gets approved or not. We'll see. So that's just my opinion on what's going on. Right at this point, I'm ready to I am ready to believe people. Like if somebody is siding with it, or excuse me, if the SEC goes after somebody, I'm willing to side with the person that the SEC is going after. Why would I side? Why would I side with the people that the SEC is going after? Because they're probably, there's a high chance that they probably have a lot of innocence there. I'm not saying that they're perfect. I'm not saying that Richard Hart and Hex is perfect, not Coinbase, not Binance, not Ripple, not any of this stuff. I'm simply saying they weren't given any regulatory guidelines and they were unjustly attacked. Also, to shout out to our partners, Syscoin, SquidGrow, and MarketCypher. SquidGrow is creating a lot of really great things, a lot of absolutely amazing things for the next bull run. And you can use a lot of their products now. DEXs are important. Very, very important. Anyways, though, that's my stance. But let's talk about Gary Gensler since we're speaking of this. Also, if you're on YouTube, make sure to smash a like. The more likes we get, the more information that gets put out. We have 250 concurrent viewers, only 149 likes. We need at least 200 likes. I'm also not Latina. My daughter is. I guess white toenails means they're available. No, Joe Blow, I'm not available to you. I'm actually off the market. But I'm not Latina. I'm Sicilian Italian. It's very, very, very spicy. We have a lot of similarities. My daughter's Latina, though. My daughter is. So you like the room full of scams, or is it just a skill issue? No, I'm just not an idiot. That's the thing. So the thing is, a lot of people that blame we're going to talk about critical thinking and self-accountability. A lot of people make bad choices, and what they do when they make these bad choices, they blame it on somebody else. The reason why they blame narcissists do that, people that lose money do it, people that don't want to admit they're wrong. It takes a certain level of critical thinking and maturity to say, hey, I did this wrong. I did this wrong. I have no problem admitting when I do something wrong. I don't. I hate it because I'm a Leo. I hate it because I'm a Sicilian Italian. I hate it, but I'll do it. If we make a mistake on the show, go retract and we'll tell you. And if you can't figure out what is a scam and what isn't a scam, I don't know what to tell you, but I will tell you with TikTok, for some reason, y'all keep getting in DMs with my impersonators and keep giving them personal information. I don't know why. All you got to go is go to CryptoWendyO.com. It's present on my profile. It's present on YouTube. It's present everywhere. Also, to smash a like. What do I think of Shiba right now? I think nothing of Shiba Inu right now. I'm happy if you're happy with it. But let's talk about Gary Gensler and AI. All right, 161 likes. We need at least 200. So Gary Gensler said, I believe AI is the most transformative tech of our time, on par with the internet and mass production of cars. AI is used in finance for account openings, compliance programs, trading algorithms, sentiment analysis, and more. It's fueled with change with robo-advisors and brokerage apps. We're going to go through. Under the securities laws, fraud is fraud. The SEC is focused on identifying and prosecuting any form of fraud that might threaten investors' capital formation and the markets broadly. We, the SEC, are technology neutral. We focus on the outcomes rather than the tool itself. Securities laws, though, may be implicated depending upon how AI tech is used. With our current authorities, we're focused on protecting against the micro and macro challenges of AI. Ched said, if you are in AI, then pivot to crypto. I've had talked to Cheds before. He's a very interesting person. So anyways, basically this post from Gary Gensler, you guys can go back and read it. Even with regulation. So hold up a second. OP says, I think with some regulation is good because not everyone can spend as much time studying this stuff. Then don't invest. If you don't have adequate time to spend researching this stuff and doing your due diligence, you have no business investing. That is rule one. Okay? Stop blaming your poor decisions on other people. Stop asking for government intervention. I'm not going to lower my voice. I'm not going to, okay? A lot of y'all want to just go ahead and put money into stuff and not do due diligence, and then you cry when it goes to zero. If you are not responsible, do not Do not invest in something. If you don't have time to make a trading or investing journal, if you don't have time to go to Investopedia and educate yourself for 10 minutes every day, if you don't know how order books work, if you don't know how the technology works, if there's something you are not understanding, you have no business investing. Will you miss that bus? Yes, but guess what? You're protecting your capital, and that's part of capital preservation or preserving is not aping into something, not putting money into something, okay? You can't just get money and put it into stuff and say, oh, I lost money because, I didn't have enough time to research. No, you're lazy. It's just like with the whole student loan forgiveness thing. It is ridiculous, okay? Absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to go sign and take a loan out. I'm not going to do my due diligence to see how that loan works. I'm also not going to go do my due diligence to see how much I'm going to be paid for that career, if that career will still be intact by the time I'm done. And then I want my loans forgiven. Guess what? I'm a homeowner. I would love to have my loan forgiven for my house so I can have a roof over my head. Having a roof over your head is a basic human right in most cases. Having access to education, not so much. Because all you need to do is pick up a damn book. I am just really, really, really sick of it. And somebody said, regulation does little to protect perceived victims. It doesn't. Look at the banks. We had the banking collapse. What happened? They blamed it on crypto. Credit card debt is over $1 trillion. Credit card debt has risen over 20% since last year. Who is protecting those people from the 20% predatory interest rates placed upon them? When you go in to check in a cash place, who's protecting you? And those are all located in the hood. So please tell me how you're being protected. $260 concurrent viewers. Smash a like. Thank you. Wick said, I come in Wendy's guns blazing. No, I'm being serious. I've lost a lot of effing money. I've lost a lot of money in crypto, but I've also made a lot of money. Okay? Because I have a trading and investing journal. And guess what? I write down my losses. I write down my wins. I write why I want to invest. I write how much I think I can get. I write down my profit taking areas. I write down a scenario if the market turns. Okay? You have I'm going to use student loans as a talking point because a lot of people that took student loans out, they didn't think hard enough about it. I didn't take student loans out. Didn't qualify from them. Didn't qualify. Okay? Didn't qualify. Or didn't get actually, I got some of the grants, but I didn't qualify for the good student, whatever. I don't remember what it was, but I paid. I got some money from the government because I was poor. And I also saved. I saved and I bought a house. Why didn't I take out student loan debt? I also graduated college, I think a lot later than most people. Why? Because I had to work. I had to put priority of being able to put a roof over my head instead of getting an education. And I made minimum wage up until I was like 25. And then after that, I made $15 an hour. But the reason why I stayed at that job is because they provided me with healthcare. And the ACH, if you don't have your healthcare, you had to pay a fine. So I decided to continue to live lower middle class until I could pay off or until I could actually pay for college. And that's what I did. So I finished college a lot later. That was a personal choice I make. Why did I do that? Because I was brought up in a very poor household, and I was also brought up in a household that if you do not have the cash to do something, you don't do it unless it's an emergency. And getting an education, a higher education, that is a luxury. So if you don't like what I'm saying, you're the wrong channel. You're at the wrong channel. I am not going to co-sign your poor decisions. What I will say is, that sucks. Let's work together on a goal to get you out of that situation. Let me provide you with resources. Let me reach out to my network so I can continue to provide you with resources to help you. I was in a lot of credit card debt when I was like 18 years old because I was a hot mess. I took accountability for my actions, and best believe I will never be in debt again. The only debt I will be in is for a property, for a house. I will get in debt with my business, but I will always make sure I have the assets to back that debt up. So there's a big difference here. Part of the problem. I have 5 requests from you asking me to send a gift card. It's not me. Stop being lazy and continue to do your due diligence. You got to stop doing that, guys. Higher education is a scam in most parts. But again, if you don't like the student loan talk, you're in the wrong place because we're very financially conservative here. And we also like to take accountability for our actions. And I took accountability for my actions. I was in credit card debt, a lot of it. We have 281 concurrent viewers, only 195 likes. We need at least 150 likes, or at least 250 likes. Okay. I like my rants. I like my rants. Blood pressure always high. Let's go. Yeah. Trade schools, y'all. Trade schools are also a scam too. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about trade schools being a scam. Trade schools. Lowe's dad is an electrical contractor. Okay. He prefers to hire guys and train them on his own instead of having them go to the schools because they don't give you real job experience. I worked in a profession in healthcare and I had to go to a trade school, but let me tell you what I did. Instead of taking out a $10,000 loan to work in healthcare, I found an adult college, or excuse me, an adult school, and I paid $1,000. Got the same certification with no debt. Trade schools can provide some good services, but you have to be careful. If you want to be like a pharmacy technician or a CNA or a lot of that stuff, they're generally scams, and you're only going to be making like $15 an hour. Okay. So you if you're going to go to a trade school, you really need to start networking and get to know somebody in that industry and make sure you're going to the right trade school for the right price and for the right field. Okay. And also understand with construction, a lot of times it's seasonal. So you're not always going to make that money and you're not always going to get access to a union. So trade schools, I do prefer them better than colleges, but at the same time, Investopedia is 100% free. Go use it. But at the same time, you guys, you have to be very careful and you have to do your due diligence and don't just jump into something. Really do your due diligence. But I agree. Blue collar work is a lot more respectable than a lot of this other crap. That's just my opinion though, from what I've seen. Anyway, so we got to get back to the crypto news and smash the like, get me up to 300 likes. Stop grifting. Should we buy YFII? I thought that was a dead coin. Just like medical is expensive because of the insurance, tuition is expensive because of scholarships. No, it's not. Being in debt is a massive weight on your shoulders. It is. I felt so good when I got rid of that $3,000 debt. And that was a lot of money for me way back when. A lot of money. ACC is a good one for healthcare. No, it's not. Jesus. Y'all have no idea. Anyways, let's get back into it. All right. So Gary Gensler is a dodo and they're going to infringe on AI, even though it's for technology and it's not any of their business. But that's what they like to do because it's Gary Gensler. All right, smash the like, get it up. All right, we talked about Coinbase officially launching in Canada. I did a YouTube video about it yesterday. You guys didn't really watch it, so please go back and watch it. It released at 3:30 p.m. PST. Please go back and watch it and support the channel. Now, we're going to talk about this. Oh, Michael Blurry blocked me, by the way. He blocked me. All right, so no grayscale decision today. This is important. Very good position. We learn grayscale SEC outcome tomorrow around 11 a.m. Only a small fraction of cases have taken longer to get to a decision. So odds are pretty good. See below. So Bloomberg senior ETF analyst Eric Blockus said a monumentous decision from the SEC concerning grayscale could be revealed today. If not, it would be this Friday, August 18th. This report says the decision is likely to have significant implications for the approval of Bitcoin exchange-traded products. Grayscale challenged the SEC's refusal to approve its Bitcoin ETF application. The thing with Grayscale is in trouble for some other things, and they've got bankruptcy going on, so I don't think this thing is going to get approved. I think the BlackRock has a higher chance of that. However, I can be 100% wrong, and I am happy to be wrong. Absolutely happy to be wrong. I hope we get a Bitcoin ETF because I want to grift off of that. We talked about it earlier in the show. I will be buying as much Bitcoin as I can, and I will be dumping on traditional finance as hard as I can in a legal aspect. And yes, I will pay my taxes on it. All right. Anyways, the report says the decision is likely to have a significant implications for the approval of Bitcoin exchange traded products. Grayscale challenged the SEC's refusal to approve Bitcoin ETF application. I got to get my baby a Ken doll. Thank you so much, Stallion. Ooh. Grayscale challenged the SEC's refusal to approve its Bitcoin ETF application. Grayscale's probably going to get denied. They argued for a fair and consistent approach to all issuers. Controversy comes from the SEC's acceptance of leveraged Bitcoin future ETFs while rejecting spot Bitcoin ETFs. Grayscale calls this inconsistent and arbitrary. So let's talk about the difference between a spot ETF and with leverage. Spot is flat. It's kind of like market price. That's where you're buying it. When you're using a leverage, you're adding more risk to it because it essentially is multiplying the position, which can be a little bit dangerous. Spot, no multiplying the position. It comes as it is, come as you are. And the leverage one does. And leverage, there's a lot more risk. That's why when you hear me talk about leverage products and crypto asset exchanges like Femex, go ahead and sign the ref link with ref link down below. I tell you, you don't need to use more than 2 to 3 times leverage for an experienced trader. If you're not an experienced trader, you spot. Thank you guys. And Raider said this, FTX is a good example of TradFi and rampant corruption that came into crypto to basically scam people. Ding, 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 winner, winner, chicken dinner. Gary Gensler with Sam Bankman-Fried doing the things. Anyways, a pending announcement to address the pivotal point of this dispute. Latest, it has been reported that there has not been a decision made today. Baca said Friday, 11 a.m. is the next on opportunity. Let's hear about it. We'll see. But anyways, while America is digressing into the abyss, Europe's first spot Bitcoin ETF lists in Amsterdam. London-based Jacobi Asset Management listed Europe's first ever spot Bitcoin ETF. Jacobi FT Wilshire Bitcoin ETF was listed on Euronext Amsterdam. Euronext is a platform that provides trading and post-trade services for a range of financial instruments. Jacobi ETF is regulated by the Guernsey Financial Services Commission. The ticker is Bcoin, and I'm sure that there's a ticker very similar with some S coins. Custody for the fund is provided by Fidelity. That's interesting because I believe in the United States of America for the ETFs, custody was provided by Coinbase. Trading firm Flow Traders is the market maker. I don't know who the hell they are. The ETF was approved in 2021, was planned to launch in 2022. So the reason why they didn't launch it in 2022, so it was planned to launch in approved 2021. They had to probably do a few things, and then they were going to launch in 2022, but that's when all the FTX and Celsius and Terra Luna BS started happening. So of course, Jacobi pushed back the plans due to market conditions. So a couple things here. I think it's very interesting to me that Europe is making such strides while America is falling behind. Why are they falling behind? Because of the blue man, the blue administration. That's exactly what it is. Tell me, prove me otherwise. Prove me otherwise. You can't. So this administration hates crypto, hates you getting any type of money. That's what's happening. But Europe, Bitcoin ETF, whatever the hell it is, great, let's do it. Cool. Let's work with Fidelity. But America, they don't care about you. They want you to stay poor. But anyways, it is what it is. That's what they want to do. Also, we're going to talk about pro-Bitcoin candidate. Oh, also, they're concerned about the mining and the carbon footprint. They're not concerned about electric cars, about gas cars, about the excessive waste that the homeless transient all over the country leave everywhere. They're not concerned with the crap they put in our food. They're not concerned with the amount of BS and energy we waste for whatever. They're not concerned with public servants, wives or husbands that have private jets neither, okay? Yeah. We don't care about that. That's not important, right? That's not important, but it is what it is. We have 300 concurrent viewers. We need at least 300 likes. Smash the likes. By the way, that top looks cool. Thank you. I got it from the thrift store. Yeah, all these. Oh, Serum, YFII, and SNM is dumping because of the delisting by Binance. That makes sense. All right, let's get into the next story. So let's talk about this Argentinian dude. I don't know what P dye is. I probably wouldn't touch it. All right. We talked about that. Okay. Pro-Bitcoin candidate Javier snags primary presidential elections in Argentina. He has been tapped to finish no higher than third in Sunday's primary election. Let me say something really quick, okay? Bitcoin Twitter is talking about this because they're grifters, but I want to give you guys some information about him. He's pro-Bitcoin, and he says Bitcoin represents the return of money to its original creator, the private sector, you and me. He has not advocated for Bitcoin's use of legal tender within Argentina, but he called for a dollarization of the economy. Economy is currently dealing with triple-digit rate of inflation. Okay. When somebody says they're pro-Bitcoin, it makes me bullish on them because it tells me that they align with my mindset the same way that they align with my mindset. What does that mean? That means having access to your money is a basic human right. You should have access to your money 24/7, 365. You should not rely on other people to manage or print more money for you. If you run out of money, you run out of money. If you need to take a loan out, you take a loan out. But you understand the risk. Your public servants should not be printing money. Your public servants that do not have any experience managing money or understanding of it should not have any say about your money. The fact that this man is pro-Bitcoin is bullish for me because it means that he's going to do the best he can to advocate for his people. And I like it. Same type of ethos I have. Nobody's perfect in this world, but I like to judge them by their actions. So the fact that he's coming out as pro-Bitcoin, hopefully he'll do right by his people. Fingers crossed. No promises, though. No promises. But I like what he stands for. I do. All right, this over here, over 300 lays. Yeah, we won't talk about that. All right, so there's a new SBF indictment. The SBF new indictment alleges that SBF lobbied members of Congress and other high-level government officials to promote cryptocurrency regulation that would favor his business and personal interests. Ben, BitBoy Crypto, called this. This may make Gary Gensler a witness, which means SBF lawyers were able to cross-examine Gary Gensler under oath. Wow, this is a good story. Former FTX executive Salami to plead the fifth about campaign finance schemes. He's in trouble. He's in trouble. All right. Yeah, reportedly he gave more than $24 million to Republican candidates in causes last election. Best believe they gave a lot more to the blue people. Just keep that in mind. Motion filed by the U.S. prosecutor say Salami is unavailable as a witness. His attorney has represented that if subpoenaed, he would invoke his Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. So they are bad. They stole. Also, too, Prime Trust. If you don't know who they are, you need to know. Also, too, Dame does not use Prime Trust, and I am a customer of Dame. I've got a link down below for them. Dame can 100% legally manage your assets for you. They are a financial advisor. We have them on the show. People that are brand new to Bitcoin, I always send them over to Brian Dame because he can give financial advice. I can't. But anyways, Prime Trust is filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in Delaware following a shortfall of customer funds. Swan was affiliated with them too. Okay. Crypto custodian Prime filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection once they served Binance US. Swan was working with them too. This follows the firm facing shortfall in customer funds. Bankruptcy follows Nevada's business regulator issuing the firm a cease and desist order for June. Regulator says the financial condition was critically deficient and was able to honor customer withdrawals. In June 28th, Prime Trust was accused of regulators by using customer funds and venture capitals to cover lost deposits. They had between 25,000 and 50,000 creditors. Estimated liabilities between approximately 500 million compared to 100 million worth of assets. They're looking for potential sale of assets operations. Top 5 unsecured creditors have claims of around 105 and 55 million. So this just goes to show you. Hold on. Thank you. So this just goes to show you how effed up we are and how bad the crypto contagion was. And again, a lot of this was caused by FTX. So Prime Trust was basically a custody service for a lot of people. So anyone that was using Prime Trust, like Swan and some of those other people, you're going to get Chapter 11. They're going to claw back your funds, all that fun stuff. So is what it is. It sucks. This next story over here, this is important really, really quickly, you guys. So Sandbox has a token unlock. So 330 million Sand tokens were unlocked Monday and tokens entered the market. So this is approximately 16.66 of the circulating supply. 50% of the tokens were allocated to the team and the reserve. Advisors received 15 million worth of tokens. Remaining tokens went to those that participated in the strategic seed sales of Sand. So basically, each of these parties were able to sell their positions for the first time. I want to take a look at Sand really quick and just see if we had a crazy market dump. Because again, when you do the ICOs and all that stuff, you get in, it's a dumped. Sand will retest 37 cents. Not a crazy dump, but people were definitely selling it. It's going to retest this low level here at about 38 cents or 37 cents. C mainnet is live after testnet sees more than 7.5 million wallets created. The wallets creation is a bunch of BS, and the reason why the wallets creation is a bunch of BS because anybody can create multiple wallets. Also, to immutable Web3 gaming platform launches ZK EVM, testnet and bid to diversify infrastructure. Good for them. There was an exploit for what was this? Rocket Swap. I don't know who they are. But yeah, so that's pretty much the show today, guys. Please make sure to smash a like. We don't even have 300 likes. That makes me sad. I know it's the market. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to get going. I got to work on my last video for you guys for today, 3:30 p.m. PST. We're going to be dropping it, and I'll probably go into depth about 1 or 2 news stories for you at 3 o'clock. Again, these 3:30 p.m. PST, these videos are super short. They're amazing. They're fun. Please make sure to check them out. Smash a like and share it. OP, I don't have any information for you about OP today. Sending y'all love and light. Wendy O is out. Bye-bye.